Today we're gonna take a look at an anti-meta team for the Holiday Cup, which is also a double electric team, which is kinda cool. The person that sent me the battles also has a small YouTube channel. I'm also going to link it in the description. And we're going to take a look at the team today. We're gonna see a talent or run as far as I know, but we have to see really if there are not even more battles in here. We're going to see an Electrode with Foul Play and Discharge. Electrode was one of the coolest save swap last year, and it's still kinda nice because it's just very neutral against everything. Discharge going to be very strong against a lot of Pokemon in the meta, and the coverage of Foul Play, as you can see already against a Trevenant, for example, or also against something like a Frostless, going to help you out a lot. We're going to see here also the lead of Mantine, which is a Pokemon I really wanted to try out for this cup as well, but like it's kind of cool that I face it here now. Right now is a Pokemon that I can showcase as we see the Trevenant go down already. See the Lapras coming in, you can just take a move, I guess, and let this move go through. Let's see what they're going to go for. They're going to go for the Skull Bash. You're still going to be able to survive it, and you can swap into your Graveler. Now they're going to have a Ninetales in the back, which you can one-shot with one Stone Edge, but I don't know if they're going to go straight for the Stone Edge or if they're going to play it safe and go for Rock Blast. They're going to play it safe and go for Rock Blast. This move still does some damage, but not enough to knock them out straight. You're going to shield this move up as well, and I think you just farm them down at this point of time. Weather Ball coming through here. You need some energy for the Lapras coming in, and you have 100 energy nearly here already. We see the Rock Blast coming through. Do they shield this move up? They do not shield this move up, so it's now going to be a farm down. The opponent still gets to move, which is going to be a little bit awkward, but can you farm down the opponent with your Mantine? Show went for one more fast move here, because this definitely doesn't knock them out, and they're going to shield this move up there, and you would have already been at the Bubble Beam there. For next time, go for one fast move there. Doesn't really hurt you. You have a 2-turn fast move against a 3-turn fast move. You're still going to get your move off in time, and the damage still coming through anyway, I think. We see a horrible lead there against a Lantern. Lantern, of course, is a little bit tricky, especially as it seems like you got into the match a little bit later than your opponent, which is always a little bit awkward. And you're going to have to shield up Surfs now, which is not ideal. You're 2 shields down now, and we see a Gligar coming in. I don't know how you want to get basically back into this game, but we will see at least a Rock Blast coming through now. They might want to shield this move up to save their Gligar exactly, and you can still go ahead, and I think you still survive this one. It's going to be a Night Slash exactly. You should swap out here, but you don't swap out here. I think there you could have swapped out into your Mantine already, just to farm down and get some energy for later on against the Lantern, because it's going to be not a decent matchup anyway. This should be a return if they already have a purified version, exactly gonna do a ton of damage. And now you get some energy on your Electrode, which is a play that I really like, and the opponent actually goes into their Lantern for whatever reason. Like, they seem to be very weak against Electrode in the back as well. Discharge coming through, gonna get shielded. Discharge, of course, being the move that does more damage here, as it's stab compared to Foul Play. As we see a Charizard coming in, this definitely is something that doesn't want to face this Electrode. You're going to be able to farm them down in time as well, which is amazing. You can still get to another Discharge here as well, which is going to do a ton of damage, and I think they're in Ice Beam range now. So you can swap out here, go straight for the Ice Beam. Ice Beam going to do enough damage to knock out the opponent, and you will be able to win this game as well. A very good game. Next opponent, we will see an Altaria in the lead. This is actually a very decent lead for you because you have Ice Beam. This is the main reason why I wanted to use Mantine as well. Mantine gets to the Ice Beam very fast, going to threaten the shields from the Altaria. And you can swap still into your Electrode, which can take the Sky Attack a little bit better, I guess. If this isn't a Moonblast, it is a Moonblast, so it's going to do more damage. But the opponent basically gives you a favor here by swapping out, which allows you to just go for one Discharge now, doing some damage, get a Pokemon out. And the cool thing here is you're gonna get to another one, which basically forces another shield from the opponent, I feel like. And now you're 2 shields up, the opponent can farm you down. And Double could theoretically have access to Wild Charge, which would one-shot your... oh, you're actually not even going for that. That's actually kind of smart, to be fair. It's going to be payback, which hurts a lot. But you have now a 2-shield advantage. We're going to see the Sandslash coming in. You can just go straight for the Stone Edge. Gonna do a ton of damage here. Stone Edge coming through, going to be one of the strongest moves here. Going to do a ton of damage. You're going to swap out into your Mantine. You don't really have to shield here, and you're going to no shield. Going to team Ice Punch, and you can just farm them all the way down. At this point, shielding is correct. Because otherwise the Altaria might be able to farm you down. But like this, you can farm down the opponent. No shielding here you can do, it's not really necessary because it's Ice Beam definitely going to one-shot anyway from this range as far as I know. And you will be able to farm them down. But yeah, like you basically just saved one shield there and made it a little bit more closer, but it doesn't really matter. Another Lantern lead, this is horrible again. This time around it's the Spark version, which is a little bit better and a little bit worse at the same time, because you're going to be getting to the, they're gonna get to the surge faster, but they're going to have no pressure with the fast moves against you, which is a little bit decent for you, I guess, a little bit better. But we see a Treven coming in, which is going to shield up the incoming moves here as well with a Rock Blast and also the Stone Edge. We're going to go back into the Mantine because you don't want to align this Pokemon against the opponent's Lantern, of course. Shadow Ball coming through, going to do a nice amount of damage here, but oh, I think you're going to, yeah, you're going to let this move go through. It's going to be a Seed Bomb. Okay, you're going to survive it. You're going to still knock out the opponent, which is good, but it's still going to be a little bit tricky to come back from that, as you're going to have to swap into your Electrode and hope for the best. Electrode still is a fine matchup here. You're going to shield up immediately the first serve. I think you could have let one go, but like it doesn't matter because you're going to have to do that anyway, exactly. So like it doesn't matter if you shield the first one or the second one, it's the same. And we're going to see at least one discharge coming through. I think you're just going to go straight for another one afterwards as well. But they're actually going to swap into the Frostless. This is kind of okay for you because, of course, you have the coverage of Foul Play, and Foul Play will be amazing for you here, as Foul Play going to do some nice damage, super effective damage against the opponent. You might have to catch lay down on your Mantine, I'm not sure. We're going to see the Foul Play coming through, how much damage. They're going to undercharge it actually, which is very cool because now you're very close to that charge move, and it's a perfect play to get to the next move there to knock out the opponent. Very nice play there. And we can move on to the next game. Mantine against Altaria again. Again, a very favorable lead for you, as you will be able to go for the Ice Beam against the opponent. Ice Beam going to not knock them out straight away. Like this does not knock them out from 100% health, as you can see here. But it's going to do some nice amount of damage, of course, way more than the Sky Attack going to do. You're going to swap out, the opponent going to swap out. I could have maybe stayed in as well for a little bit. Debuffing Vigoroth might be also a play, but we see the discharge coming through, which is going to do a nice amount of damage, as we get a wall switch through for free, which is very good. And you can go for another move if you want to, but you're going to let this move go through. Yeah, I guess it's fine. And you can go ahead and farm them down with Mantine. You just shield and farm them down once. You're going to do exactly what I said, which is kind of funny. You can definitely farm them all the way down. Perfect timing there. And we will see the opponent coming into the Altaria again, actually. That's kind of funny, because you can now go for Bubble Beam. This would knock out the opponent, but the opponent cannot clear their debuff laydown. They can actually shield this. Is hilarious. You can go for another Bubble Beam here. That's going to knock them out now, and we see an Obstagoon in the back. You can still debuff them, which is very important for this matchup, because now the matchup against your Graveler going to be way better for the Graveler, as you even get the fast move through. We see the first move going through as well, going to be a cross chop. You can still easily survive that just because of the debuff, and you have to shield up the next move. But now it really depends if you can bait the opponent, I think. I think a Stone Edge knocks them out. You're going to go straight for a Stone Edge here. Do they expect this? Do they going to no-shield this one? They are going to shield this one, but you can still get to another one. I didn't expect that, but the debuff really came in clutch here, knocking out the opponent with 2 Stone Edges. Very good game, very well played by this player. Next opponent, we will see a Bombersnow in the lead. This is kind of awkward, but also actually kind of okay. All moves are neutral for you against them, and your Wing Attack is actually super effective against them. You're gonna go straight for the Weather Ball, or not Weather Ball, for the Energy Ball, which is going to hurt a lot. You're going to go for the Ice Beam, and now at this point of time, actually you try to catch, but you could have also shielded and farmed them down, but like it doesn't really matter. Energy Ball gonna do still a ton of damage. We see Marowak coming in, which is actually okay for you. Like, your entire team is good against Marowak, so like it's not really the biggest issue here. And you can farm down. The issue now is, though, that Marowak has access to the move Bone Club, which is going to be awkward for your Pokemon in the back because it's double weak to ground. So let's see what's going to happen here. Going to most likely a Shadow Bone, going to knock you out, and you can now maybe farm them down. You're going to shield up this move, which is going to be the Bone Club. Don't know if you want to shield up the first one, but we'll see the Charizard now. It's basically now Graveler against the rest. Like, Graveler is so strong in this meta. We will see the Dragon Claw coming through. You can still survive this one. You can go for one Rock Blast. Going to most likely get the shield here. And no, you're actually going to knock them out straight away. And you can still get to another move against the opponent's Marowak here. You're going to farm them all the way down, which is also fine. You're going to shield up the final move of the opponent. And we only have now in the back the Bombersnow, which is going to go down as well. The opponent forfeit already. You realize this as well, and you don't even hit your bubbles anymore. Very well played there. Next opponent, Flying Pizza 1. Altaria against you here in the lead. Again, very good lead for you. You have a lot of Pokemon that can actually deal with that anyway. With the Graveler in the back that also is very decent against Altaria, having access to the rock moves. We will see the Electrode coming in here again, trying to catch the move, and they caught the Moonblast again. Not the Sky Attack, sadly, but it's fine. We see a Graveler against you. That's kind of awkward, especially as they get to the move, but he still survived this because it's only a Rock Blast. It was way too fast, and it's actually just 1 HP. I, of course, know all the cards. I actually have also a rank 1 Electrode like this player has here, so you could also play that. But we will see now. You're going into your own Graveler, most likely, because you don't really want to get a Volt Switch damage against a Mantine. Gonna go straight for the own Rock Blast here, which gonna do some nice damage against the opponent and actually knocks them out, which is really good. We see the Altaria coming in now. You're gonna go straight for the Stone Edge, would knock them out or get the final shield. And you get the knockout here. And we see a Frostus in the back, and Graveler just sweeps the entire opponent. Next one, we're going to see Frostus against you. Very decent for you, actually, with your backline at least. You can go for Foul Play, which is going to be super effective. You're going to shield up the potential Shadow Ball here even, but it's going to be an Avalanche. Very good for you. We see the Obstacle coming in. That's actually fine for you. Like, this is the cool thing about your Say Swap and the lead. Your lead is going to be good against all those counter users, while your Say Swap going to be able to basically bait them out while still being decent against them. Being able to go for 1 discharge here going to be very nice, as this going to get not even a shield. You can farm them down just straight. That's even better for you because you can go for another charge move here that will be super effective against the opponent's Frostless, as a shield is up, and you can go back into your Graveler now and align your Pokemon, which will be most crucial one. Most likely going to have Vigoroth in the back, as I guess, at least. Very likely, at least. Yeah, we're going to... No, it's actually Double. Never mind. It's a Double in the back. But you can still go into your Mantine, do some damage here, have some energy on your Graveler, which is going to be cool. Payback coming through, going to do some nice damage. You could go for the Bubble Beam as well to debuff the opponent, but you're going to go straight for the Ice Beam. They're going to no-shield this move up here, and you are getting them very low, but it's going to be still a little bit tough. Payback coming through again, doesn't knock you out. You can still go for 1 Ice Beam, but the opponent gives you a free farm here, which is a weird play, actually, because I think it would have been better for them to just farm you down, but like this, you sure went for the charge move for sure, but I think you're fine because you win CMP anyway, so this should be a good game as well, because this Rock Blast definitely going to knock out the opponent, and we will go on to the next game. Next game going to be, again, Mantine against Sandslash. That's kind of awkward, to be fair, because you don't have anything to hit it super effectively with, and you only have Bubble Beam, which is neutral. So you're going to swap out into your Electro. This can be a Bulldoze, but they're going to no shield. It's going to be an Ice Punch. Going to still do a lot of damage though. Ice Punch is a strong move from a Shadow Pokemon there, but we see a Wigglytuff coming in. You're going to get some energy, I think, here later on. With your Mantine, you should be pretty fine. Mantine can farm it all the way down. I think they don't even get to another charge move here, exactly, which is nice. If they go back into the Sandslash, you can just go for the debuff, or you just try to swap out immediately into your Graveler. They're going to get to the move now, I think, exactly. So you're going to have to shield. Going to be a little bit tricky. Ice Punch coming through, but we will see another shield coming up from yourself. Going to be actually a tough one. You're not 2 shields down. You have to farm all the way down, but they still get to another move here. Yeah, I think you still survive, but it's going to be such a tough one to win. Let's see what they have in the back. You're going to also go for your own charge move here in time, which is... I think you lost CMP, which wasn't ideal. We see a Mandibuzz coming in. You can go straight for the Stone Edge. We're going to see a shield coming up here for sure. And you can go into your Mantine again, which has access to Ice Beam. Ice Beam Mantine is so strong in the meta right now. Just being able to resist counter while still doing damage against all those flying types around is really, really nice. As we see the Mantine gonna go for the Ice Beam here again. In general, I can recommend you this team. I think this team does make a ton of sense, and this team should work out really well for you as well. And it's such a cool anti-meta team because you're just going to be able to use Pokemon that are not really commonly seen. I haven't really seen Mantine or the Electrode or Graveler used sometimes, but it's also pretty rare. And it's just not the same meta stuff that you usually see. You see a Vigoroth coming in here, really horrible lead and really horrible Say Swap, so let's see how they can deal with that. You're gonna go straight for the Stone Edge. You're gonna get a shield here at least. Shield advantage is very cool, as you can get another move through, which allows you to go for another Stone Edge and get 2 shields advantage, I guess. And now it's basically all an Electrode, I guess, because you go... No, never mind, you can swap... Oh, you can realign. That's amazing, because now you can get the Electrode against the opponent's Lantern. This is still not a decent matchup for you. Like, I think Lantern is definitely the worst Pokemon to face with this team, but it's still going to be useful, at least now having this alignment here. You can take 1 Surf for sure. You're going to shield it up, though. They're going to get to 2 Surfs anyway, but you can go for your own charge move in time as well, which is going to do some nice damage if it wouldn't get shielded. We see a double coming through. You're going to save energy on your Pokemon, which is amazing. As we see the double going for most likely some body slams here. They actually pay back immediately, which doesn't two-shot, as you can even debuff them, which is nice. I think that's really smart to debuff them in this case, because you know already one Ice Beam will not be enough to knock them out. And the damage you're going to take now will be reduced, as the body slams won't even two-shot you either here, as you can go for one Ice Beam coming through, Ice Beam gonna get them low, and you can farm them all the way down now as well. You can go for the Bubble Beam, gonna get also some more debuff on them, and at this time this game is over. You're going to be able to snipe them now, and this is a very good anti-meta team for this league. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I see you next time.